Hey everyone, me Kevin here. President-elect Joe Biden is expected to unveil his epically large stimulus proposal tomorrow. Tonight, I'm going to provide you a preview with some newly released information we have. Let's get right into the flowchart. Of course, right after I mentioned that if you're watching this video and you haven't gotten your free $51 yet, make sure to do that via the links down below. You deposit $100 with Webull, $100 with M1 Finance. They're both stock trading brokerages. You may as well get you free money. If you deposit $100 with M1 Finance, you get $30. If you deposit $100 with Webull, you will get 4 free stocks worth at minimum $21, potentially as much as $1,600. Okay, folks, let's jump on over into the flowchart and explain some of the updates that we've got here. So the first thing we know is that we're expecting this to be a massive stimulus package in the neighborhood of $2 to $3 trillion. One of the things that's interesting here is that it really aligns with what Joe Biden said, that, hey, the $900 billion package was just designed to be a down payment, and that was a down payment on $2 to $3 trillion. Let's jump on over here. We are expecting the $2,000 stimulus checks. We do already know this. Marco Rubio tried to take credit for this morning by encouraging this to be the first thing that Joe Biden does, but we already know that Joe Biden is planning on doing this. We're expecting a $1,400 boost on top of the $600, so that equals $2,000. Then we are expecting, this is new. Now, this is a rumor amongst Capitol Hill reporters that there will be a child tax credit, possibly $3,600 per year per child under 6, $3,000 per child between 6 and 17, the goal being to limit childhood poverty. I expect that there will be some form of income limitations for this, so that way families making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year with 6 children aren't getting massive credits, because again, the goal is to limit childhood poverty while not spending to oblivion. Although a lot of people are already expecting that this package will be spending to oblivion. All right, unemployment. We've got some competing arguments here, but it seems like Biden is leaning towards $300 to $400 per week through September for unemployment. Probably no retroactive pay, since we've already got unemployment pay going now, so nothing looking back into 2020. We've got pay going now through the beginning or middle of March. We expect that this would just be an extension from then all the way to, it says actually through September, so through September 30th, which is when the government works on passing a new government budget anyway. That's when the fiscal year ends, so that could line up with how they want to spend money all the way through the end of September. That could entirely make sense. It will be less than Ron Wyden's push of trying to get $600 per week. I guess I shouldn't say it will be. We're not sure if Joe Biden's definitely going to go under $600, but there's a good shot, it sounds like, that he's going to go with $300 to $400. There will be an encouragement for automatic triggers, or again, at least that's the expectation. Usually Congress doesn't go for those, though, which is weird because, ordinarily, if we see unemployment suddenly skyrocket again, it'd be nice to have some automatic thing that says, okay, unemployment's at this rate, well, automatically we will raise the boost that the federal government provides, so that way you don't have to wait for Congress to act. It's predictable and it's expected and it's simple. I don't know if we're going to see it, though. The $15 minimum wage, it's actually now possible that this might get delayed to the infrastructure package. The reason being, it's possible, some economists are saying that it makes more sense for businesses to get or be able to take advantage of the stimulus package and the new money that people will have and be able to spend with. Let the economy take advantage of that extra stimulus. Then after businesses are actually able to function again, then increase the minimum wage. So that way we're basically allowing businesses to open up without necessarily burdening them with higher labor costs right up front. And I certainly don't want any workers to think that they're a burden, but the expectation now is that so many businesses are struggling that they're having so much trouble staying open. The last thing they even have money for is more spending, but that will come in a few months with the infrastructure package. No guarantees, but that is a theory that we're hearing right now. State and local government aid, of course, more vaccine distribution money. We might see liability protections unless, of course, Democrats decide to go with the 51 vote option or they change the rules. If they go with the 51 vote option, which is the budget reconciliation option, which they have 9 golden tickets, so to speak, to use there, then they will not need Republican help, and maybe they just don't do liability protection. Go ahead and type into YouTube, by the way, after this video, what Democrats can do with 51 votes explained. And you'll see a video from me where I break down exactly how that 9-ticket system works. It's pretty interesting. And it'll be good for you to know going forward. But anyway, let's see, what else do we have here? So we'll either see the liability protections or not. We're going to deficit spend. We are expecting to see some changes to school funding, that potentially college might be free for people going back to school, especially for families making under $125,000. Those, of course, would be government schools, not necessarily private schools. This would be like community colleges, state colleges, historically black colleges, and so on. Then there would be income-based payments beyond that is the expectation. We do think that Biden, because this was pretty much a campaign promise, we do think that there's going to be at least $10,000 in student debt forgiveness. Not sure if it's going to go to that 50 that we've seen before, but should be. Rent forbearance, we're really expecting to see the rent and eviction moratorium get extended probably through the end of March or April. We are here on January 13th, and we still don't have substantial details on rental relief, which is honestly pathetic, but quite frankly, they're having trouble getting out vaccines as well, so there are a lot of funny things going on when the government's in control. Jeez. Anyway, mortgage forbearance, we expect extensions here as well because a lot of people are going to have some big bills coming due in March and April. And the last thing we want to see is a potential real estate crisis because now people are maybe not getting their forbeared money added to the back of their loan. They have to come up with it, and now we start seeing more foreclosures. We don't want to see that at all. So we expect Joe Biden to have something for this. Assistance for small businesses, of course, some extensions here. We're not sure what Joe Biden's small business plans are. That'll be probably an area that we really want to spend a lot of time on, whether there'll be grants or new loan programs. We'll have to pay attention to this. Of course, as we've mentioned previously, I just want to give a quick recap here. The big goal for Biden is making sure the economy does not collapse in the first quarter of 2021, which we are in now. Joe Manchin says the top priority is vaccines, and he supports targeted $2,000 checks. And of course, Bernie Sanders is a big fan of the $2,000 checks. Everything else is expected to come in the infrastructure package. So again, the minimum wage item will get moved over here. Tax hikes, the Build Back Better, the manufacturing green jobs, the EV tax credits, the charging outlets, all of that, the climate-friendly stuff. All of this is really expected in the infrastructure plan, as well as capital gains tax changes, top-tier income tax changes, all of that. That's more of a probably March to May event over there. But this is a good little update we have here regarding these, especially since we got some insights here on unemployment and child tax credits. We'll see how this ends up unfolding, but tomorrow's the big day on this, so you might not get a notification from YouTube, but make sure to stay tuned to the channel. Just type Meet Kevin into YouTube, or go to my channel and the videos tab and just check for new videos as they post, or your subscription feed as well, of course, if you are subscribed. If you are, thank you so much for subscribing. If you're not subscribed and you watch anyway, hey, you know what? You deserve a thank you as well. Appreciate